Hello everyone, welcome to Math Talk. I'm your host, Brian Heisler, and today we're going to talk about how to add and subtract expressions. So let's get started. So the first thing you have to keep in mind with adding and subtracting expressions is you need like terms in order to add or subtract them together. And so I've created a couple of charts, one that says like terms and one that says unlike terms, and I've given you some examples. A like term or like terms are anything that have the same variable and exponent. It's really important that the exponent is the same as well. So if you look on the left here, you have some like terms. I kind of color coordinated them so that it's easier to tell that they're the same. In the blue, you have x and 3x. The variable is x, and the exponent for each of those is 1. In the red, you have y squared and negative 4y squared. So they're both y squared. And so you have in the green 2xy squared and 3xy squared. So they both have x's and y squareds in them, so they're like terms. And then at the bottom, you see any constant, basically any number that's by itself. 3, 4, negative 10, a fraction. Those are all constants. Those are all like terms. You can add and subtract them together. The opposite, though, you have some unlike terms. These are all the same color just because I thought it might be easier to tell them apart. These are all different variables and exponents. You have some that are similar, like x and x squared. They're both x's, but one of them is x squared and one of them is x to the first. So the variable is the same, but the exponent is not. So they're not like terms, or they're unlike terms. You have y squared and y to the third, or y cubed. And then you have something like 4x squared y and 2xy squared. They both have x and y in them, but the exponents are different, so they're unlike terms. So keeping that in mind, let's look at a couple examples on how to add and subtract expressions. All right, so we have an example that says add the following polynomials. Simple enough. First thing I want to do with these is find out what are my like terms. So I'm going to change colors real quick, and I'm going to do something that might help identify these two. So I have 9x squared, and I want to look, do I have any other x squared terms in here? When I look over here, I have 2x squared, so those are like. My next term is negative 3x. So I think, do I have any other x terms? If I look over here, I have 5x. So I can use those are like terms. And then I have negative 2, which is a constant. So I want to find are there any other constants. And I have 5. So I want to take a look at the ones that had the same underline, 1, 2, or 3, and then combine those using the operation. So 9x squared plus 2x squared is 11x squared. All you do is add the numbers together and keep the variable and exponent the same. Next, I have negative 3x and positive 5x. So negative 3 plus 5 is positive 2x. And then negative 2 plus 5 is positive 3. So this right here is my final expression, adding those together. All right, let's look at an example of subtracting expressions. So same thing, subtract the following polynomials. Let me find the ones that are like terms and combine those. So I have an a squared term, a squared. I have an a term and an a term. And then I have a number and a number. And so I want to combine the like terms using the operation that's there. So 7a squared minus 10a squared is negative 3a squared, because 7 minus 10 is negative 3. Now, negative 4a minus 6a. Negative 4 minus 6 is negative 10, and then put the a. And then negative 4 minus negative 6. You have to make sure you're careful about your signs. Negative 4 minus negative 6 is like negative 4 plus 6, which is plus 2. So this is my final expression once you subtract those two. One more. I'm going to have you guys try this one at home. You want to pause the video or take a look at it. Try it on your own. So if you want to do that, take a moment, pause it, and I'm going to get to the answer in a little bit. So let's take a look at this now. I want to find my like terms. I got an xyz, an xyz. X, there's no other x's, so I'm going to leave that alone. There's a y here and a y here. And then there's a number that is all by itself. So let's combine the like terms. 19 plus 3 is 22. And then just throw on the variables, x, y, z. Plus x, since there's no other like terms, I'm going to go ahead and just plus x, leave it down. negative y plus y just cancels out because negative 1 plus 1 is 0. Those are basically gone. And then the only thing left is the plus 6. So hopefully when you try this out, this is what you got. If not, take a moment, review the video, and see if you can figure out what you can do to get the right answer. Thanks for watching. I hope this helps when you get to adding and subtracting polynomials. Coming up in a little bit, we're going to do a video on multiplying polynomials. So make sure you check it out. Thanks. If you have any other questions or you need assistance and you live in the Palm Beach County area, visit our website at geds.com to find a location near you and sign up for classes.